Hello, beautiful and fiery Aries. This is Dr. Tarot on Take Charge Tarot. I am here for your love, career, and life path reading for October 21st, 2020 through October 31st. Happy Halloween 2020. And also, this can relate, of course, to Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I also always recommend Mars, Jupiter, even Saturn are placements to look at. So using myself as an example, I have a Mars in Aries. So I would be very interested in an Aries reading with regard to where my Mars placement is. So just something to think about if you are following astrological type things here. Okay. So I am laying down your cards for career. This is for love, relationships, and this is life path. Okay, nice. All right, so we'll start with, I want to look at all of it. So we'll start here with career. So looking at career, and when I say career, I mean work. So that could be whatever is you consider to be your work on the planet. That's what we're referring to, okay? So career/work. So it seems as though, now you've got Five of Pentacles here. Now that typically screams, can you see it? There we go. That typically screams for people, poverty, destitute, things aren't going well in terms of, it definitely relates to suffering materially. But what I'm drawn to in this card is not so much that this person is potentially, we could say she's wearing, raggedy clothes or something, but that's not it. She's wearing a shawl, actually. She looks lovely. It's a poverty of the soul. So she's fine. She has a home. It has a lock and key. She's inside, not outside, from my vantage point here as the reader. But she is feeling a sense of frustration. I'm getting a lot of loss. So I don't know if I do know. The sense I'm getting, and this may resonate with some of you, not all of you. I am getting a very strong feeling that you or somebody here is in a career or doing work that just does not suffice. Again, not necessarily materially, perhaps materially, but that is not the vibe that I'm getting. I am getting that somehow, I'm getting the sort of this, I'm home now, I'm working from home, and I just don't like what I'm doing. Somehow being at the workplace wasn't so bad, but you're just having that sort of, it seems as though there's a crisis of fulfillment that's happening, and it's very much led by, a lack of soul and spirit in it. The money's there. Again, that's an irony. The irony is that the money is there, and yet this is a card of poverty and lack. So something to think about, something to look into. The direction you definitely want to go in, and that's what this is. The direction you want to go in is one of... So I think you're being offered something. And I don't know what it is coming in, but it looks to me as though the wheel is typically, the fates are taking care of things. You don't really need to do much. You just kind of hang out and do your thing. But what I'm getting is that something's coming your way. May not be in the form of an offer. It might be in the form of an insight. And what is important here is that you pay attention to that. So this is very much a card about fate and time is doing the work for you. It's a matter of you being exactly where you are and taking in the information. So whether that's, again, listening to your intuition, listening to guidance, noticing something you've never noticed before, about work, about what you enjoy. So this isn't a take action card as much as it is the universe is taking action for you. Are you paying attention? I'll leave it there. I'm being guided to be very vague with that card, and I typically am not, but I'm just a channel here. I'm just kind of reporting what comes to me here. And in terms of an action, this is pretty much, I think, already indicated in the card above, but Two of Pentacles, just notice, weigh options, be aware of the various options that you have. They're opposing energies. Here we have one that's ephemeral. It doesn't exist yet. This is one that does exist. Could this be a business idea? I notice it's close to the head. Maybe there's, some inspiration happening. Again, you know better than I do. I'm just reporting. If this resonates with some of you, then you know exactly what I'm talking about here. But again, this is the card of action, and it indicates to me that you're exactly where you need to be. The dissatisfaction is where you need to be. The universe working on your behalf is where you need to be. This only requires paying attention to it. And the action is, just kind of hang out with it. You're just hanging out with the material options. A desire to get extra training, that sort of thing. So I'll move on from there. Looking at love and relationships, you seem to be in a good place. Now, for me, some of us are not interested nor involved in love relationships, nor do we want love. If that's you, awesome. You're welcome here. This is your reading. If you are in the midst of a love relationship, if you are single, if you're looking, whatever the case is, this is regarding love and relationships. You're in a good place. You're really not want for anything right now. King of Pentacles. I always think Pentacles in love readings is just about the best you can do. Yeah, cups are great, but cups pass, Cups are water, and they're powerful, but there's nothing like solidity in a relationship, generally speaking. So you're in a good place. You've got security, and you've got, you've got security. We'll leave it there. Some would say the pinnacle of Pentacles. It depends. I read this sometimes. The Queen is pinnacle, but we'll just go with the King being the pinnacle of the court cards. And a direction you might want to go in is looking at, I'm getting old relationships from this. So this indicates, of course, it really is an adorable card. It's a child with the puppy and then the grown man with the grown dog. It often relates to looking back at childhood. But to be very clear, I think what I'm seeing for you is looking at old connections. I'm not seeing family so much in this card as friendships and connections in your formative years, whatever you define that as, that really touched you, that were really important to you, that you've just lost touch with because that's what happens as we grow. So thinking about, consider, it looks like you might want to look to reaching out to some old connections. I am guessing from looking at this that you have already been thinking about someone. You are already kind of looking to, you might have already reached out to them, to be honest. So in terms of going right to the action card, this is taking major arcana, always paying attention to major arcana cards when they show up, and you have one in each category here. When you get a major arcana, that's a life path card. Now we are looking at a life path category, but this is something significant in your particular, in the whole of your life. And Temperance suggests in this scenario and in this case, so here, he's balancing the sun and the moon. So disparate energies in the traditional Rider-Waite, you've got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground, and moving back and forth, liquid between cups. So it's alchemy. So it's very much an alchemical type card. What's really coming through for me is this is an angel, which that is typically what it is. But this angel is watching out for you. This angel is kind of, look at the card for a second. This is what I'm hearing. It's okay to go back, and what they're telling me, it's someone that hurt you or that you hurt or that you feel some real guilt about. It's right there. Like, you know, if I've said it and you've immediately thought of someone, that's who I'm talking about. It just came to you. They've been on your mind. You can't help but something's up. Something's not resolved. So it's really about kind of balancing the universe with reaching back to this person. Could have been an old relationship or mate, a lover that you maybe left abruptly. Goodness knows, we all make mistakes. You know, we don't always handle things perfectly, especially in our youth. But it's saying that the balancing of the past with the present, balancing. There's an imbalance currently with whatever you're thinking about with this person, and we're in a retrograde, for God's sake. So this would make complete sense. I didn't even think about that. We're in a retrograde, so this is all retrograde stuff right here. But it's a good time to, Mercury retrograde, that is, it's a good time to do that work, you know, clean up the past. Often you might find that you go to the past person and you've been holding on to guilt, or you've been holding on to all this pain, and they misunderstood completely. They didn't mean to hurt you, or they thought you hurt them, or it's so funny. I can speak from my own experience. I know that sort of thing happens all the time. And yeah, so anyway, attend to the relationship. I'm getting it's an old lover. I'm getting it's someone, if you didn't actually have a love relationship with them, you felt those feelings for them, or they felt them for you. So you want to clean that up in the next, before the retrograde's over. So it's November 3rd. And looking at life path, I love this, because this tells me, this is, again, kind of where you are. You're in a good, like, honestly, right now, looking at this, what I'm getting from just your present circumstances is you're pretty stable. I don't see that you're not, if you're not paying a bill or two, it's not a big deal. You are surviving, and you are in sufficient of a secure place that you have the luxury to consider that, you might not be too happy in career. And in terms of life path, you have a sense of sort of excitement. You're waiting, you're looking out, waiting for the right wave, right? But you've got your surfboard, and you know that wave is coming. So it's not a matter of, if the wave comes, I'll run to the car and get my surfboard. No. You got it. You're just waiting for the beautiful wave that you know is coming. We'll call it a glorious morning that you have decided to go surfing. So this feels great. So this tells me in terms of life path, you're feeling it's under the radar, but you're feeling some sort of excitement. Either you know what it is that you're waiting for, or you're expecting, or you have some semblance of that excitement, that sort of quiet excitement that I'm talking about. And it's real. And enjoy it. And enjoy the anticipation is what's kind of cool. I'm getting this very strong feeling of like, maybe you've come out of like a sense of a certain hopelessness or something like that. But anyway, looking good. What you might want to think about, look toward is I'm getting, as I go through your reading in the various areas of your life. First of all, this is an Aries card. Let's start with that. And this particular emperor to me is so badass in that he's sitting on Mars, the ruling planet of this card. And here we've got the antlers of the goat of Aries. And here we've got a chess piece, which I don't know enough about chess to speak intelligently, but I think it's the king. Honestly, I don't know. So let's just take that out of the record. But I know it's something. It's something important and powerful. So if you're a chess player, fill in the blank for me there. But the Emperor looks awesome. Not only is this your home card, this is the card of Aries. We are in an Emperor year, and I may talk about that in another reading. But what's important and significant is that this is your time, Aries. This is your time. Now remember, we're talking about life paths. So I'm not talking about career. I'm not talking just about love and relationships. I'm not talking about living situation, finances. We're talking about your literal soul path, why you came to this planet. what you came to this planet to do or what purpose it is that you serve. Okay? So this is an auspicious time basically. So if you're feeling moved, you're like, oh my God, I really want to start that business. Or, you know what? I have had a crush on this person at work or my neighbor or whatever. I'm just going to go and ask them out or ask them if they're interested and you know, I never like people overgeneralizing or generalizing people in their sun signs or whatever placement you may have for Aries. But Aries, as you know, Arians are typically known for, you don't have to wonder what they're thinking. You know what I mean? They're going to tell you, which is the beauty of an Aries, in my personal estimation. It's the loveliness. It's what's so refreshing about Aries. They're going to tell you they're excited about life generally. Again, this is I'm staying away from the word stereotype, but it's a generalization because we have other placements. We have all kinds of other stuff happening in our chart. So it's like the sun is the sun, but it's not everything. But nonetheless, this is the universe telling me that for you, you are in your power, and whatever that thing is that you have been sitting on, he's sitting. This is the time. Look at him. Emperor is all about being seen, laying the roots down. Now you don't have to see roots here, but he is solid. He is a solid figure in this picture. There is nothing else we want to look at in that picture. I mean, I noticed the little details and you can probably see them too, but he is ever so clearly the focus of this image, and that's you. Okay, I've said enough about that. And finally, what to do, some sort of direction or action you can take. I guess that's why I happened to say the thing about love. Looks like there's someone you want to approach. You want to give an offer of love. Go do it, man. Yeah, don't waste any more time. Just go. This is a great time. It's Mercury retrograde. You know, put on your big Aries panties and just get to it. And the universe totally has your back here. Yeah, look at you. You're ready. You've got the picnic. You're ready for the date. You've got the flowers. This is the time to make that move. All right, dear Aries, I hope that was helpful and or resonated with you. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. That would help me greatly, as well as liking the video. I'm a mom and pop operation here, just starting the channel, but it is absolutely my privilege always to read for you, and thank you for that privilege. Take care.